It's the poorest country in Southeast Asia, and the people are coming out of 30 years of war, civil war, or washover from the Vietnam War.
Deb Wilson, her husband Mark, and their young son Zachary live in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, where Mark directs the country's Food for the Hungry program, and Deb, an RCA World Mission Program associate, recently finished her term of service doing community development work.
It's been a long, long time of some pretty severe hardship and violence, and in one particular period where the Khmer Rouge ruled the country, and about 1.5 million or 2 million people were murdered through the efforts, direct efforts of that regime. Anyone with education was killed. People wearing eyeglasses were killed because they were viewed to be intelligent. Anyone with leadership capabilities. All but 1 or 2 pastors were killed. Most of the Buddhist monks were also killed. In the process, they also eliminated the educational system. They wiped out most of the other, like, healthcare system. A lot of infrastructure was destroyed. And they just sent people out to work camps throughout the country. And just about everybody we know has lost family through that time. One of the other spin-offs is that it's also a very poor country because so much has been destroyed and so much has been just wiped out. And they don't have much of an economic system. They have very little industry. About 80% of the country are rice farmers, and most of them are not able to even raise enough rice to feed their families, much less raise other food that will have a balanced nutrition, or enough that they can sell so they have some income to buy other things, to buy medicines or send their kids to school.
Deb is supported by the Reformed Church in America, but is working under the direction of the Christian Reformed World Relief Committee. The work in Cambodia is representative of how Christian-sponsored development work is carried on in many countries.
Most people don't have access to clean water, so those kinds of real simple conditions of poverty are things that we're trying to do something about by helping to organize community groups which can do things for themselves and make a difference and improve those conditions of poverty so that they can have those basic needs met. Things like what they can do as a community to improve health, improve the water source, and put latrines in, how they can treat diseases so they don't spread, how they can prevent the growth of mosquito populations, which bring malaria and bring other diseases. We try to help them work together to start projects that will increase their income. Most of those would be giving them small loans, like $20, $25 loans, so that they can buy seeds to grow vegetables, so that they can buy materials to start a small little business, and they can make products and sell them and have some income for their family. It's not for us to come in and solve their problems or us to come in and give them things. It's to help motivate them and help organize them so they can improve their own lives. And we're trying to teach skills that they can keep living with for the rest of their lives.
The first post-war independent election in Cambodia was held in the summer of 1998. Although the election process included corruption and scattered violence, it was an exciting time for a country struggling to establish a democratic process.
In our country, it's courageous, and they voted for the opposition party, and it was peaceful. And one of the interesting things is they don't have a complex computer system to know who's registered and who voted and things like that, so people had to stick their finger in a jar of ink if they voted, and it was this special ink that wouldn't wash off for a week. So this mark of pride, people would show you their finger that they had voted, and it was really exciting. And that day we went out to watch the process, and we only saw 2 people that hadn't voted.
Deb Wilson is undertaking a new ministry as a consultant with a pilot program to combat poverty in Laos. She continues to work in partnership with the RCA and the Christian Reformed World Relief Committee, and the Wilsons still live and work in Cambodia. There, they continue to be witnesses to a people who are receptive to the Christian faith.
I think that some of the other religions had a grip on the country and on the people and on their spirits, but all the tragedy has broken that they don't trust in that nearly as much anymore. So there's an opening and an opportunity, and people are seeking. And I've had people come up to me and ask me to tell them about Christianity. I've never had that in America. It's really a start of the Christian church. There's only like 10,000 Christians in the country, and it's growing, and people are becoming Christian just by word of mouth, and so there isn't much evangelism. People could pray for peace for the country. People can continue to pray for the Spirit to break through, that we have a wedge of the light in the country, but that wedge can really broaden and spread, and that the spiritual balance could really grow in favor of the kingdom.